It's up on the hill. And somehow when you're here, I just feel like you're closer to the sky. You're like in that land between earth and heaven.
St. Thomas is unique in that this church has been able to live out its mission and ministry for over 300 years on what we call this holy hill. We are here among these beautiful trees, beautiful campus, a place where people can come and be refreshed and renewed, not only in spirit, but also in body. Come and walk the labyrinth and hear the carillon. Enjoy the community gardens. We have a solar ministry, so our commitment to care of God's creation and people's enjoyment of God's creation is a value here at St. Thomas and is a unique gift as a church. Not many churches have this kind of beautiful campus.
This is a magnificent church, and the grounds are so peaceful.
The cemetery is incredible. I mean, it's like an arboretum.
It's wonderful that we have both the living and the dead on one campus, and it shows how strongly we are connected to that great cloud of witnesses, both on earth and in heaven. It's a place where there's so many opportunities to learn about the Lord. There's so many opportunities for us to come together.
It is a retreat, as T.S. Eliot puts it in 4 quartets, where prayer has been valid for 300 plus years. And there's a lot of power there.
There's like a lot of fun things that you can do here. There's a preschool and there's godly play and 2 other classes, and it's fun.
I've had the gift of being involved with the labyrinth and the building of the labyrinth.
Sort of a gathering space and a holy space for a lot of people here. Groups meet there and do a labyrinth walk. I've done it a number of times through the years, and it really is a very centering experience. But yeah, it's a great central focal point and a beautiful setting back there.
When I was 6 months old, I was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. Growing up as a kid with a physical disability, feeling uncomfortable in an able-bodied world, not always feeling welcomed or feeling like I had a place where I belonged, the church was my home. The church was the place where I felt safe and where I felt loved. And not only that, where I was encouraged and empowered to claim my own gifts. And it was the clergy and the lay people who just loved me and loved my family through really painful, difficult times. You know, looking back, I think about my youth group leader and my Sunday school teacher and choir director and the rector and the youth minister, all just being there for me, saying, Emily, why don't you give the youth sermon? Emily, why don't you sing this solo? Emily, why don't you try this? And realizing the gifts that I had.
Emily's leadership style is a style called shared ministry, which is not a top-down leadership model, but it involves empowering groups of people who are tasked with making decisions to gather the information or have the information they need to make the best decision and discern what the best decision is together, discern with the Holy Spirit what the best decision is.
I keep saying to people, it's not my mission, it's our mission. It's not my vision, it's our vision.
The culture that gets built through shared ministry for the long term is a much healthier culture that can outlast whoever the priest is at any given moment, rather than the church being defined by who's sitting in that chair.
She really emphasizes the whole the youth community at the church, and really likes to get all the kids involved, which I think is great.
So what I have started doing at St. Thomas with the young kids is I want them to feel like Sunday after Sunday, not just special Sundays, but that they belong.
And they'll be reading, they'll praise of the people, they'll be reading a lesson, etc. It's very exciting.
So it's a teaching moment. It's a time for me to develop a relationship with kids and for them to feel empowered. And that comes right out of my experience as a child growing up in the church, because that's how I felt.
Trying to find youth where they are, because it's really hard to get middle schoolers and high schoolers to come out. Their schedules are so committed to other activities, and that's been an ongoing emphasis to try to figure out how to best meet them.
As a busy family, it is hard to find the time to spend on your spiritual growth. The timing for us just works really well. 10 a.m., we have a chance to sleep in a little bit because we're up at the crack of dawn during the week getting ready for school.
It's not super strict. Like if you show up a few minutes late, it's not too big of a deal. It's still like a very welcoming environment. You're not like judged or anything like that. It's, very comfortable.
I was born on the island of Jamaica. I went to seminary at Seabury Western. After I finished seminary, I wanted to continue with youth ministry with children and youth. Those are the kind of positions I started looking for. And we have very dedicated teachers here. We have a confirmation class starting up soon we're all very excited about. And part of my work here is with the preschool.
My name is Sherry Petrakis. I'm the director here at this wonderful preschool. We have 115 children here. We serve 2-year-olds to 5-year-olds. What makes us special at St. Thomas Preschool is that we believe children learn best through play. These kids get immersed into their curriculum in their classrooms, but then they go outside on this beautiful property. We have 48 acres. We have a nature playground. We have 2 playgrounds here and 2 courtyards. And we love getting our kids outside and bringing our nature curriculum inside.
Teaching hymns to children is the most important part of my job. And getting them to see the hymnal as something that's not mysterious and something that they know. We play games like Stump the Organist, where they read the first 3 words of a hymn, and I tell them what the hymn is and have to guess, and I'm a champion at it.
That game is very fun. I stumped him once. You see, he memorized the entire hymnal book. He's supposed to memorize the entire book.
Does he ever miss one?
Yeah.
He called himself a champion at this game. Would you agree with that assessment? Is he a champion?
I would not agree that he is a champion at this game.
I want this place to be for all people. One of the things that I love about St. Thomas is that it is truly an intergenerational community where, 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds, teenagers, and it's a place for young families, for people retiring, transitioning, empty nesters, older members at the end of their earthly journey to be supported. I think all ages, they can find something here at St. Thomas. And I love that there are people that are not members of this community but feel like they can find purpose here. A perfect example of this is that our second Saturday sales for our barn, half of the volunteers, 50 volunteers, are not members. And the proceeds from that monthly ministry go to support organizations, ministries that are not on this holy hill, that need us. And so the community is the campus, but the community is the work we do here.
I think the second Saturday sales reflect the love and serve commitment that we have here at St. Thomas.
goes straight to outreach.
We like to help out at the Garden of Eden. It's just the grill with like hot dogs, hamburgers, drinks, things like that. Yeah, sweets and
Breakfast
things.
sandwiches and
Yeah. It's a good social thing too. It's really nice to see and catch up with everyone.
Outreach here has been a long-standing tradition. It's part of our baptismal covenant, and we really live by that. We're serving people locally, a number of different areas, nationally, globally.
St. Thomas has a real commitment to quality music and has had that for as long as I've been here.
Well, right now we have an amazing guy, Michael, who's the minister of music, who's so excited about what he's doing and has tremendous energy, and he's so much fun and vibrant and has really grown our choir. I know he's been working on the cherub choir and the children's choir.
The adult choir is the sort of heart of the music ministry. We have a mix of volunteer and professional singers. And this is the first church I've ever worked at where the volunteers can hold their own with the professional adults. What that means is there's no limit on the difficulty level. So we can really dig our teeth into stuff. So the chorister program is a key component. They learn the same repertoire, the same music that the professional adults learn and sing it with them at the same standard. And if you give children that challenge, they will run with it. It's when we dumb things down that we really lose kids because they're smart and they can tell when they're being pandered to. In the yearly round of services, in addition to Sunday morning, we have a couple of special services that are musical in nature and that draw a nice crowd. In December, we have a service of Christmas Lessons and Carols, which is a much beloved service here. It's in the evening and there's candlelight.
There is nothing like our Christmas service. It truly, truly inspiring music.
There's a carillon here up in the tower, very unique in this area. Again, amazing sound, and they always play it as you're coming into the parking lot. The carillonneur is up there playing.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Loney and I am the carillonneur here at St. Thomas Church, Whitemarsh.
It is a place where you can come and be renewed and refreshed by just being on this campus, but also by being a part of this community, by worshiping here, by finding meaning and purpose, by finding a way that you can serve and give back to the wider community.
We welcome you. It would be wonderful to have you on campus. Come to the Holy Hill and worship and be part of the many programs here.